Hey everybody, big welcome back. And it's been a minute since I made a video on my 130 gallon reef tank, so I figured maybe I would take this opportunity right before I do a water change to kind of show you guys and update you as to the tank, that for anyone that's interested. So obviously right here you're getting a little bit of a view. I do have my filters for this, but I decided not to use them because the color, the lights are on right now is pretty white. Whatever, we'll just use it. Just the time of day, whatever. So I'm going to give you an update on some of the coral and how the tank's doing. Ultimately, I made a video 4 months ago. It was May, and there was really only pulsing xenia and anemones in here. There wasn't really much else. We were just kind of going through the cycle. There was still cyanobacteria. So we are through all that, obviously, and things are doing actually pretty fantastic for the most part. So let's go ahead and look. Although my elegance is closed up right now, normally that's big and wide open. Not a big deal. It is what it is. Got a finger leather whatever here. I actually had to pull out those right there are some zoos that I had to put there. Sorry, they were over here, but they had rastas in them, and the rastas got overtaken by these pink fuckers, whatever those are. So anyways, I pulled that over there just for now, and then I'm going to have to try to go through it and fix it up. Obviously, I love zoos, so I've got lots, and I do apologize. I know the coloring, it's not ideal right now. I guess just whatever. Let's take that off. Up on top, out at Fragbox in Toronto, although it doesn't look very pretty right now, that is a purple bonsai, that stick sticking up there, the little reef wang. Purple bonsai, it's like purple SPS with green polyps, although the polyp extension is pretty low right now. I am due for a water change, so that's what's happening today. Couple of recordias here. I got the one that was kind of bleached out. My temperature in the tank had been creeped up pretty high. It was up to over 80, so I've got it back under control down to like 77 or so, and it seems to be recoloring back up. That's the one on the right. The other one I bought as a single head. It's already split into two. You can see it's working on a third, so fantastic. A couple of A cans here, another A can here. The camera does not do really, as from what I can see on my phone here, doesn't do it justice for how it actually looks in person. That's just part of it though. This is an Ultra A can right here. So I paid like, I don't know, whatever it was, $225 or $250 or something for that. Love it. Once again, though, looks way better in person. Couple of more bright zoos right there hiding out, but you can't really see them that well. We got Duncans in the back. They're closed up. I don't know, they were open earlier, so maybe just whatever. Maybe the fish swam by and upset them. These are some LA Lakers right there from out at Fragbox in Toronto as well. Got these hammers. It's not really showing up on here, but the center one is green. The two on the one on either side of that, I don't know, we'll try that lens again, see if that helps get proper coloring. I don't know. Sorry to keep switching back and forth, but they're like a light gold, and then the one to the right is more of an actual gold. And then we got some frog spawn. Up above, we've got some designer zoos here. So these are pink diamonds right there. And I know they look like shit in the video. I do apologize. And I've got Aptasia, and I get a filefish probably from March out there. So those pink diamonds are pretty nice in person. They're like a bright pink with a yellow skirt, and then utter chaoses. And then above them is the creme de la creme, or whatever they say. These are, and they look like shit on video, but these are Grandmaster cracks. I'm up to about 12 heads on this frag now. Each of those heads sells for about $200 in store. So that's pretty sick. I bought that for $100 for a single head, and like I said, I've counted them up to 12, so that's pretty cool. Got that. I guess that's just like an encrusting Monty. It's kind of like a rainbow encrusting Monty or whatever. Pretty nice. Little GSP up on the back. We got Sunset Monty, and then up here we got I forget if that's Cephastria or what, that one in the middle there. And then obviously some really nice mushrooms. some more zoos, pulsing xenia rock, of course, and green leather coral, which is kind of contorted right now. And up on top, that's actually, doesn't show it in the video, but that is a golden torch. So it is what it is. I like my lens covers that I bought here. They're the Orphec. I did a review on them, and they are good. It just depends on the time of day, how the lights are, though, how they're going to show up. And then I've got to get a filming box or whatever. So I don't know if my buddy March, if you watch this, if you've got one. I want one of those boxes that I can drop my phone into from above. I used to have one on my old 200, and I like filming from above for photos and shit. And obviously, you know, you have a Reef store, you'd understand that, because I think you get a lot better colorization and everything like that in a view than versus coming here. For those that don't know, it's running XR30s. Got 3 of them. They're just older models on a 6-foot, you know, side-to-side shit. And then I missed a few things here. We got a candy cane coral there as well, I forgot to mention. So shout out to the candy cane coral and some green pallies. I don't know, what are they, nuclear pallies or some shit. And then in here also there's some other stuff, like there's a little goby that lives underneath the rock back there. You don't really see him very often, a little yellow one. And he had a shrimp, but I haven't seen the shrimp in a while, so I don't know if he's still alive or just chilling. And then we're not a whole lot of fish. We have a couple of clownfish. We got a powder blue tang, and we've got one of these guys, lawnmower blenny. He's hiding in the middle there, if you can see his eye. And then there's a couple of chromies, or chromis, whatever you want to call them. Bunch of, you know, various crabs and shrimp. Got a couple of blood shrimp, emerald crabs, and that's it. Oh, and then there was some galaxia or something right there as well. I am battling an issue with pulsing xenia taking over, though. I don't know what to do about that. So if anyone has a suggestion, how do we tame the pulsing xenia? I do like some pulsing xenia. Over on this side, what I've been doing when I see it pop up, I've been using my little brush here and essentially just using it like a lawnmower and just beating the shit out of it until it falls apart and dies. I don't know that that's the best technique. There might be a proper technique. But I don't want more than this. Like, this is taking over up here. I want to get rid of that. It's up on top there. I gotta get rid of that. This is non-pulsing xenia. It's a different kind. Kind of looks brown in the video, but it's not. It's actually pink. And then if we look down below, kind of, might be hard to see, but running the SWC skimmer, and it's a Aquarium Proflex sump, which, and then I've got, it's full of, this is a mess. I got to redo all this. It's just, I never got to it yet. Got the mounting board, won that at the Frag Fest. That actually clips on up there, and it was supposed to be nice, but I had a whole nightmare with Reef equipment, whatever, Neptune Apex, and that's pretty much it. Filter socks are getting dirty. It looks like it's time to change them out, and growing lots of Chaeto, and so that's going well. I got to finish building my stand, but then I was kind of thinking on upgrading to a bigger tank, so I didn't end up finishing it, but we'll see. I'll probably just finish it anyway. And then I'm gonna be doing a video on something else here, and I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek. What's that? Oh, I don't know. We'll talk about that in another video. That's it. I'm sorry that the coloration is probably way off and all that. It is so hard to film under LED and actually have it look right, even with these filters. And I've got different ones. Like, I'll pull that one off, and I got this one. That's not really much better. It depends, like I said, on the time of day. What's this one? This is a magnifier or some shit. What's this one? It's all dusty. The house is under renos, so I Oh, as far as the tank though, everything is going good. I had some bryopsis algae growing in there, which sucks because that's the one that nothing really eats, or nothing that I'm aware of. So you really, all you can do is try to pull it out by hand, which is a pain in the ass. But it is what it is. I do it. And then, oh, I didn't mention I had a little stick up there, a little SPS, whatever, it's green. And then I had a huge bird's nest colony in here. It was about the size of a softball. And I made the mistake of feeding it with Reefroids, and I nuked it. Like, I mean, the whole thing died within like 2 days or something like that. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Don't do that. Don't try to force feed bird's nest and shit, or SPS for that matter, with Reefroids. So it is what it is. But I got lucky, and I'll show you why. That, I know it's hard to see, but in the center is just a tiny, tiny little bit of bird's nest that was stuck to the rock. And when I pulled the whole thing out, one little speck of it had stayed alive, and that's actually regrowing. I'm kind of wishing that this anemone would piss off. So that one, and then there's another one on the back, and then you've got the big one there. And then somewhere in here is a rock flower anemone. Unless it died, it may have. I bought a rock flower anemone, and it was up over here, and then it kept moving underneath the rock. And so I thought it was under the rock, so I flipped the rock over the other day, and it wasn't in there. It could still be around back somewhere. Fuck, it could be behind here. They more or less just pick where they want to go, right? So maybe it's here, maybe it's not. But yeah, that's pretty much the update. I know it's not that exciting for some people if you're not into, you know, reef tank keeping and shit like that. But for me, it is exciting, and it's a very enjoyable hobby. Very expensive, but it's a good hobby. It's better than smoking crack, but probably costs you the same. So it is what it is. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments or anything to say about what I've said in the video, feel free to leave it down below. And also check out my homie's shop there, fragbox.ca, and you can actually order coral and shit right online, delivered to your door, or better yet, go see him if you're in the GTA. And I'll give a shout out actually to some of the other stores so that are like, oh, there's my little emerald crab hanging out. I like going to the Coral Reef shop in Burlington, and where else do I go? Obviously I go to Big Al's and shit, and Aquatic Kingdom, and Dragon Aquarium in Mississauga. There's a bunch of them, but candy cane corals, or candy corals, whatever. But that's it, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I just wanted to do a quick one, and feel free to leave your comments below, and we'll see you guys soon with that.